Ready?
Yeah.
Now here's a little story that I got to tell about three bad brothers that you know so well. It started way back in history with Adrock, MCA,
and me,
Mike D.
Hello, everyone.
What we're gonna do right here is go back, way back into time.
The Beastie Boys.
The Beastie Boys.
The Beastie Boys.
The Beastie Boys. The Beastie Boys.
In the early 80s, everyone in our scene was in a band.
We wanted to be rappers so bad, but we were mediocre at best.
Now hit it hot, just don't stop.
Most rappers hold their rhymes in little pieces of paper, right?
We went from being famous in a 14-block radius to being on tour with Madonna and Rick Rubin.
The shows kept getting bigger and bigger.
We morphed from making fun of party bros to actually becoming those dudes.
We were burning out.
I just didn't even recognize the person that I had become at that point.
Yo, hold up, it's not over yet. Go.
There's not that many times in your life when you realize you're in a new chapter.
The Beastie Boys are back after a 6-year absence.
We changed how we wanted to be as people and friends.
We got inspired, and while experimenting, we found our voice.
Really? High five?
Yeah, it's coming back, Adam. It's coming back.
Adam Yauch was the driving force. The one that not only gets themselves going and doing great things, but says we should all do this. Yauch was that type of friend.
Yauch, Mike, and I have spent more time with each other than with our own families.
It's not like all of it was easy or highlight filled, but who gets to work every day with their two best friends?
And you're in.
We are on. We in, fellas. This is some exciting stuff right now. I feel like, aren't we supposed to have, should we have somebody introduce us? Like, it's just this is
Spike
it?
was like, I thought Spike was doing it.
Spike, I can introduce you, Spike. I'm
you
a great introducer, actually. All right, I would like everybody out there to please, I want to right now introduce a dear friend of mine. I mean, he's somebody, he was the class valedictorian at age 6. He went on at age 8. They called him a double end of the spectrum threat. And I'm not really sure what ends of the spectrum or what threat they were referring to.
You know, it turns out you're actually really bad at introductions. I'm noticing.
Yeah, just say my name, Mike. It's all right.
Yeah.
Filmmaker, writer, now
surfer,
documentarian, and now people's surfer.
Yeah.
I present to you my friend, Sir Spike Jonze.
This is Michael Diamond and Adam Horowitz, New York Times #1 bestseller writers of the book Beastie Boys book. Mike, if you look up at Adam, if you look up and Mike, you look up, Adam, you look down, and then it'll look like you're looking at each other. Yeah, and then say hi.
Oh, hey.
Hey, what's up, Adam?
Oh, Maggie.
Okay, so anyways,
see
we're
that?
gonna take some
Everybody
questions.
sees Spike just directed us, and Adam and I were actors. That basically shows how the whole show was right there.
That's what it's like living with me. I have a problem, like I can't stop directing. It's
Okay, so every time I answer a question,
So
Spike,
there's no art
like
direction. There's no art direction on your kitchen, though. What is going on behind you?
That's a set.
Yeah, Spike.
It looks like a real kitchen.
Yeah,
kitchen.
thanks.
Like, I don't know. I feel like maybe a little color. There's the brown, the dark wood. It's kind of bumming me out.
No, I'm going for the rustic.
Also,
thing.
like a lot of less
like old
crap behind you.
Yeah, too many condiments. I think you need to really
a little aggressive. Aggressive, guys.
Well, just really? I think just focus in on the condiments. Like if you haven't used a condiment in say 8 days, maybe you don't need it anymore.
Look, you guys were live. I'm insecure already, and now you're going in on
okay, sorry. No.
I'm like getting rattled.
It's all good.
It's a
all
rental.
right. So wait, are we supposed to like click? I'm supposed to look at some of these questions? Is that?
Let's do it.
Oh,
yeah.
Hey, everybody. Hope you enjoyed the movie. That was just on Apple Plus.
Yeah. Thank you guys for watching. I'm just looking at the first question here on Reddit. I'm going to do it. Ready?
First question is for you, Spike. Why don't I read it and you answer it?
Okay. You got to say who wrote it too.
All right. This is from Jerome. Well, first of all, it's a fake name, Spike. It turns out. So
you don't know that. You don't know that.
Jerome McLovin.
It might be his name.
Oh,
you don't know.
Come on, McLovin. Obviously, fake name because it's from the major motion picture Superbad.
But they named the character after Jerome. You didn't know that?
Oh.
Yeah. Whatever you say, Spike. But all right, Spike. The video for "Drop" by The Far Side is one of my all-time favorite hip hop videos. Is there a specific video from your career that stands out as particularly fun?
Mike, you're terrible at reading the questions too.
Is there anything else in your career that you've done that's okay? What's the rest of the question, Mike?
Mike, how high are you right now?
Oh, Mike.
Okay, I'm gonna finish. Is there a specific video from your career that stands out as particularly fun or challenging? Well, thank you. The drop video, actually, Mike and Adam make a cameo in because they sample. What song is that from?
I don't know.
It's from a Beastie Boys song off of.
Oh, it is?
The Ill. Yeah, it's off of one of your. Yeah, it's a really good number. Good number you did. You back, Mike?
I'm back. I just kind of, the air is a little cooler down there, so I just, it's very warm.
I fucked up. I should be in my kitchen.
Damn. Yeah.
I didn't know there was like a theme.
Well, my kitchen.
All right. Let's get to the question. McLovin asked you a question.
Yeah, McLovin. Specific video.
McLovin, fake name.
Or real name. I'm going with real name. Any video that's, what video was hard is any video with Adam Harvitz in it, because he just never liked my direction. He always questioned it. I think he always, we did a video called Sure Shot, and he threw my camera in the bay at halfway through shooting. And so I
threw
would
up
say
on your camera before.
Yeah,
what?
He did. Yeah, he threw up on my camera too in the van. So yeah, any video with Adam Harvitz, I would say, would be one of the more challenging videos I've been put through. Right, Adam?
All right.
That's an honest answer.
I'm not gonna lie.
I would prefer you didn't.
Yeah. Well, really, Spike, thank you for your candid honesty there. It was a pleasure.
I think that's all the time we have.
But really, Mike, it's been great.
We have someone else coming up next.
We should talk about Mike's glasses, because for the half hour we were on before this thing started, Mike debated whether to wear these, and he put them on and off many times. And I think you forgot they were actually on.
I kind of, you just become one with the glasses, and then it's just, and it's an extension of you. I do like those glasses on you, Adam. I think they're good.
Yeah, I picked them up in, I can't remember.
Nice. Reminds me, they're kind of like a, you know what? It reminds me of the colors of the Suzuki Samurai.
Really one of my favorite cars ever.
Like teal, like Suzuki Samurai is rather like teal or like a bright purple. And that's kind of like those glasses. All right. Should we go to the first Beastie Boys question?
Probably.
Okay.
We should.
What was it like working with the legendary Lee Scratch Perry, Adam?
No, that's for you.
Wait, who asked the question? We should actually.
Oh, sorry, you're right. Lucerne 122. Yeah.
Mike, what was it like working with Lee Scratch Perry? The producer, the greatest producer of all time.
Well, I would say first off, I mean, we are super excited to be working with Lee Scratch Perry because I think as I don't know. As a producer, he's extremely influential to us. He influenced us a lot. There's so many times where the beginning of our day, night, whatever, at the studio was spent like putting on a Lee Scratch Perry record and like just thinking about what did he do? How did he make these things sound this way? So it was really cool. And he came, we were in a studio, we were making Hello Nasty, we were in Manhattan, and it was Halloween. And Halloween, I don't know if anyone watching, listening on Reddit, whatever, has been in downtown New York City on Halloween. Like, you can't get around. It's so packed with people. And that's when Lee Perry was supposed to be in the studio with us. But we couldn't just get a cab or like a car service. Like, traffic was completely closed. So Mario and Yauch went down to this hotel like in the financial district and picked up Lee Scratch Perry and got on the subway with him. And he walked through like the Halloween parade. Like, they had to cross 6th Avenue where that Halloween parade is. And, you know, most people would be pretty freaked out, but everybody just looked at Lee Scratch Perry like he was already dressed up for the parade, because it's just how he is in normal real life. He wears like a hat with all these mirrors on them, and just, you know, he basically personifies everything that he is when he walks around. So that's what it was like.
Well, appreciate your honesty, Michael.
I got a question for the Beastie Boys from Burnt Holes in My Hoodie. Burnt Holes in My Hoodie said, in the book, one of you mentioned you could make a whole other book just listing the weird shit you witnessed from your New York apartment. Anything come to mind? You guys got a quick list of some of the things that might show up in that book?
Wait, a list of stuff from my apartment?
Yeah, it says a book about weird shit you've witnessed from your apartment. Did you not write that? Maybe you don't remember. You've witnessed some weird shit from your apartment anyways. Let's hear what it is.
I think we've all witnessed some weird shit from our apartments, haven't we? Maybe we should put it together like a compilation of just like some good window stories. You want me to tell a few right now? I got like 70.
Well, let's go for 4. I saw a neighbor pissing on their roof. They wrote their name in piss on the roof, and I could look down at it. That was weird.
That's pretty cool. I saw two.
And did he yell down at
really
them like, "What's your name?"
No, I knew his name. His name was Dave. He wrote it.
That's cool.
I
saw 2 guys fighting late at night, and they got those police barricades, and they each picked one up, and they were jousting at each other, and then they both fell asleep on the sidewalk.
Wow.
Classic.
It was pretty good.
That's amazing.
Yep.
Mike, you got any?
I don't know. I don't feel like from an apartment. I don't know. I don't have any really strong recollection like that.
Burnt a hole in my hoodie. We apologize if we don't have a list. Our list is a little weak today. We're going to work on it though.
But I mean, I could work on it.
I want you to work on it.
Okay, I will. I'll start the list.
This Reddit chain will be open for indefinitely, so you can, whenever you have one, you can just keep adding to it.
What is Reddit?
It's the AMA. It will be open forever. What's
the AMA?
I'll explain it to you later. It's gonna
it's just some jargon. Don't worry.
Like
anyway,
Ethernet?
Spike, I have a question for you, Spike, from DJ VZ. Okay, DJ VZ.
Slow down, DJ
Spike.
Slow down with the name.
DJ VZ.
Hazy, DJ Hazy?
No, V is literally 2 letters. DJ VZ.
Oh, DJ VZ.
Yeah.
Right, cool.
Yeah, I kind of trying to put like
a
weird like Tim Westwood like British accent into it, like DJ VZ.
That's funny.
I like it. That's funny.
glad you guys like it. Spike. I'm not.
We are sorry. We are very sorry. Adam and I prepared for this.
I got my computer.
Mike prepared the wrong way. He prepared
Spike.
too much weed. Yes, sir.
Spike.
Yes, sir. I'm ready.
This is question from DJ VZ. This year marks the anniversary that the majestic Nathaniel Hornblower gave you possibly the greatest shout out of all time. What's it like to get a shout out from the man who had all the ideas from Star Wars and everything?
Well, that is a good question, DJ VZ, and I'm glad you asked it. It was an honor of a lifetime. Like Hornblower, I mean, for one, yeah, he had all the ideas for Star Wars, and that's just a scratch. That's just a little fraction of what he's responsible for in our culture. But yeah, we obviously lost that award that night. But I'm so much more happy that I have Hornblower sticking up for my honor. That lasts forever, and where the award gets rusty, that doesn't get rusty.
Oddly, he turned that sort of on himself, though. If you notice towards the end.
Wait, what do you mean he turned it on himself?
Well, he sort of went out there to sort of like say this is an outrage about Spike should have done this, and then he was like, and also, I had the Star Wars idea, he turned it into about himself.
Right.
No, I didn't take it that way. I took that he was just giving his credentials. Like this is the basis.
This is who I am.
This is the basis on which my opinion is built. That Spike deserved this. So,
okay, so he was saying like this is a qualified opinion.
Yeah, it's a qualified opinion. So if anyone hasn't seen the Beastie Boys story, it's that clip is in there, and it's also on YouTube if you don't want to watch the whole thing. I mean, it is 2 hours long, and it's a lot of Adam Horowitz's talking, and anyways.
Yeah, that's valid. You can't. Not everybody likes you. You know what I mean? Just how it is.
Yes, you can't please everybody.
It can't be pleased.
Can't please everybody. Although Adam, you're a real people pleaser. I mean, I just want to say.
Oh, hey, yeah. I just thought. I was just thinking.
Well, not for me, but for most other people.
I want to ask Spike a question. Remember when I stayed at your place and I left that Richard Simmons towel? We still haven't talked about it.
I don't want to talk about it.
Did you just not find it? Did you throw it away? Did you just like?
No,
talk about it later?
You burned it, didn't you, Spike?
Whenever you want.
Like,
give me some time to prepare for that one.
Okay.
It's personal.
Sensitive.
Really?
Hey, can I tell you a story? I got a good story. Yauch was at my house for a while. I don't know, in like 2011 or something like that. And years later, I found these golden shoes with like curly. They're like sort of Prince of Persian kind of curly toed shoes. Not even years later. Yeah. I'd say months later. But I didn't find out they were there.
Yeah, those look great with my harem pants. I wear that. It's a great combo.
But it took years for me to figure out that they were from him. I just was like, did I buy these? How did I get these? Did someone?
How did he get them?
He has his ways. He found, and so I do wear them around the house. They keep my toes warm.
Oh, good.
I have a question for you guys.
What is it?
Well, this is from Keep the Streak. Was the song "Get It Together" with Q-Tip actually off the cuff freestyle? Which is also one. I love that song. It's on Ill Communication for those that don't know.
Mm-hmm.
For him, it was. Q-Tip used to come to our studio in Atwater, California, a lot, and we'd hang out and do things. And we really wanted to do something with him. And Mike had made a beat, and that was really good. And Q-Tip was like, "Oh, let me do something with this," and he just freestyled for like however long. And then the next day or whatever, we edited his vocals, and then we wrote vocals to flow in and out of his. But there wasn't like a lot of thought behind it.
No. I guess the only thought behind it was just that like Adam said, Tip would be at the studio a lot, and then we really wanted to have him on the record, truthfully. Like, we were fans, and we wanted him to be on the record, and he's always like, I don't know, or we just mess around playing basketball. Wouldn't get too to doing it, but uh-oh. Oh.
Can you hear it okay?
Yeah, no, it
Yep.
actually sounds good. Yeah.
So Mike, it really was a simple yes or no question.
Wait, what?
What about what's with the Ma Bell with the communication?
Ma Bell with the
Those are some weird
communication.
shit that Q-Tip said.
Yeah.
And is that where the name of the album came from? That freestyle?
Probably.
Yeah, it kind of inspired it because we already had that before. We came up with the album title at the end, and so yeah, we probably did. And I definitely remember we debated it for a while. I was like, communication, like I don't know, is it going to seem too whatever you got licensed? Is it too obvious somehow? But
No, the question was, is that song freestyle? That was the question, right?
You're right. Yeah,
So it's a simple yes or no question. We could have just
it's
said
actually
yes
not a
or
simple
no.
yes or no because it's yes
It was
for
half
Q-Tip.
freestyle. Yeah.
It's half freestyle. So yes for Q-Tip, not as much for us.
I wonder if we're doing okay. Like, I wonder if anyone's even watching anymore.
That's a
They
good
might have
point.
like everyone. Might
Yeah,
just
like,
stop watching
in New
now.
York, they definitely got to sleep. They're like, we're on quarantine. We're not going out anywhere. We're asleep. Like, what are you guys doing?
And I feel like our voices, the combination of the three voices are so soothing. It would put anyone to sleep. They're just like they're very soft voices.
Yeah. We're like Yanni.
It would bother
we're
a
like,
cat.
We're like Yanni and Enya combined for a sleeping child.
You know what? I'm going to FaceTime our producer, Jonah Hill, to get a feedback on how we're doing.
Oh, good. Yeah. Yeah. I also have another G-Sun colleague that I wanted to tie into our conversation. But let's get Jonah on.
Yenya is really funny.
Let me see if this works.
Did you just show Jonah Hill's phone number on the thing we're doing?
Oh, no. It just says, oh, actually, I wrote, anyways. Hey, Jonah, pick it up.
Pick up.
Pick it up.
Please.
Jonah. He's playing hard to get.
All right. Should I should call him and see if he picks up.
Yeah. Mike, you call him.
Look,
definitely.
He's unavailable.
All right, let me try. Hold on, Spike. I got this. FaceTime Jonah Hill.
Look at you, Mike.
Making a FaceTime
so high tech.
Yeah, I got this. Oh shit!
Oh man. I see how it is, Jonah.
Okay, shit. Mike, Jonah, that Spike just called you.
Take one of your headphones out and put it under the phone, and then put the phone up into the phone so we can see Jonah.
So we can see him.
Wait,
yeah.
So how's this?
Wait, Mike's got headphones on, so I can't hear what you guys are saying.
No, now we can hear you. Can you hear us?
No, Mike, take out your headphones.
No, he has one headphone up to your ear.
No, I see what you see. No, if I take out my headphones and
then I can hear you guys.
Okay, cool.
Hold on. I just gotta put my headphones in the little thingy merge again.
Oh yeah, you gotta put them.
Can we see him, please?
Okay. Now we can get.
What's up, guys?
Can't see him, Mike. Can't see him.
How's that?
Tilt it down a little bit.
Oh wait, hold on. I gotta turn the volume up.
Oh my god.
Hold up.
Yo, Mike, you're worse than the Biz. What are you doing?
So Jonah,
now I think we should be good.
So can you tell us how?
No, but the volume. It's weird. I turned off my.
Oh my god.
My headphones.
We can hear him.
It's not coming through the phone. It's not coming through the speakerphone on the.
Oh, you hear us,
Mike? Device. Hold on.
Did he hear you?
Now.
Hey,
there we
Jonah.
go. All right. There, I got it.
Yeah. Can you hear us, Jonah?
Jonah just put us on hold.
Hold on, sorry. Oh, I'm so sorry, guys.
What? You put us on hold for who? Who was calling you? Biz Markie? What was happening?
Biz.
Hold it a little higher. Hey, Jonah, how are we doing so far? I mean, besides this technical snafu, can you give us any tips, any hints, anything to keep this thing going better?
Well, first of all, I'll just full disclosure, I'm watching Vanderpump Rules in the other room, so I haven't been watching this. But I have been waiting for your phone call, so I've been respectful in that way. I was aware that I put my phone next to my leg so it vibrate. I'm sure you guys are doing great. Can I see Adam? I haven't seen Adam in a long time.
I'm right here.
Oh, okay. Can you see him now?
Oh, what's up, dude? Dude, you just are showing Spike.
Wait, is that better?
No, go up.
Why was Mike the person that called me? Out of the three
I called you and you didn't pick up.
Yeah, Spike. No, real talk. Spike called you. You didn't pick up.
You're like, nah, decline.
So I was like, oh, I got this. So,
Jonah. Hey, yo, Jonah.
What's up, Adam?
You all right?
Yeah, Mazel Tov. Congrats on tonight. This is awesome.
Thank you very much. We wanted to call just, to get some feedback on, what's happening. But I guess you're watching
What have you guys been
a
talking
TV
about?
show. You.
Mostly you, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Hey, so Jonah is one of our producers on this, on the film. And Jonah, I was wondering if you could critique Adam Horowitz's his work ethic.
I don't have a critique of Adam Horowitz's work ethic. I think Adam is really hardworking. And I think Beastie Boys are like you. Like before I met you, Spike, same way, I'd be like, all my favorite people, they make it look like they don't work very hard. They're very good at making it look like they don't work very hard. Like it's very like, oh, I'm just like the man and I'm like having fun, which you guys are. But I think that what I noticed about years of working with you and then working with these guys for a long time, that you guys are really hard workers, which is actually makes me feel really good because it means that it's not just, you're not just like just psychotically talented, which you are, but you work your asses off, which is sick.
Thanit's Jonah. And
well, thank you very much.
That I feel likewise.
Yeah, and it's interesting because I don't think I've ever heard anybody say that about Adam Horowiz before.
Although, you know what?
Adam works hard. If he doesn't like something, he doesn't work very hard.
That is true.
Yeah.
I'm always
is that
looking.
fair, Adam?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, tell me everybody in the world is different from that?
Dude, I've made so many shitty movies that I worked hard on, I still worked hard, man. Still worked hard.
You did?
Yeah. Oh, Jonah, right? You leave the set every day. You get home, you're like, worked hard. Yeah.
Yeah.
Trust me.
I put it down, baby.
One, two, three. Hard work.
Put it down.
What I do want to add to that is like,
put it down.
Adam, I will.
No, he's telling you to put it down.
I'll jump on any occasion to talk shit about you, Adam, but you were always the first one there. Every day, every rehearsal, every writing session, you're 10 minutes early, you have your coffee, you have your joint all rolled, you're ready.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Pro.
I'm like
I was utterly impressed, and I will say I'm so impressed. Not that it would be surprising because he's one of my favorite rappers, but Adam is a great writer. Like his writing is so sick. He's a great writer.
A natural storyteller, I would say.
So not Mike? Not throw Mike in there? Wow, he's been holding the phone. Hey, Mike, I'm ready like Master D from Houdini. Can you do it?
I'm ready.
I'm ready.
Well, if we want to talk about Mike,
I'm ready.
Mike is one of the great dancers of our time.
That's true.
Great dance. Well, but it's only one dance. So I think if you don't have, it doesn't really qualify as a skill set.
Well, you focus on the one thing you're good at. It's good.
A lot of entertainment over those months of creation.
It does bring joy to the people. The WAP dance. It's true.
Am I wrong, Spike?
No, he's got the WAP on lock. It's impressive.
Yeah. People are excited about this film.
Oh, good.
A lot of friends texting me and loved ones, all very excited to watch.
Good.
Nice.
All right,
hope everybody-
what's their feedback on how we're doing on this on this AMA thing, Jonah? What are your friends and loved ones really saying about our AMA right now?
I know will be watching this part. They're all excited to watch the film. This is cool.
Harsh, man. Harsh.
Wow.
Oh, I'm the least harsh. I'm really the most positive.
Wow. Your friends are too cool to fucking watch this. I get it.
I'm on it. How am I too cool? I'm literally on it right now. I'm here, dude.
No, you just picked up the phone on accident.
Yeah, you thought it was a pizza delivery.
Yeah. I'm showing the least amount of being over something in the whole.
No, we appreciate it. We're just giving you shit. We appreciate
Jonah,
you.
thanks a lot, man. Hard work. We have another guest coming on.
Biz Markie.
Oh, wait, hold on. I have Biz Markie calling. Jonah, we're gonna have to hit you back. We're gonna hit you back.
Oh, Biz!
I thought you called me at 11 o'clock.
All right, wait. Can
Hold
you
him
guys
up higher.
Hold him up higher.
Hold him up high. Hey.
How's that? Call me at 11 o'clock.
The thing started at 11.
Well, it started at 11. We're sorry, but we never done this before. We're not that experienced. We're just trying to get it together.
What do you want me to go on?
I want you to do the numbers beat, Kraftwerk.
Yes.
Damn.
That's incredible. That made me so happy right there. Just hearing. I mean, I love Kraftwerk. Adam and I were talking about Kraftwerk yesterday. One of the best bands of all time. What do you think, Biz?
Yes, I like Do the Funky Robot. And I like Man Machine. I love Kraftwerk, especially Trans Europe Express.
That's sick.
Classic.
Hey, Mike, but just hold Biz a little higher though, Mike. Sorry. Yeah, perfect. All right, good.
How's that?
But much better.
Okay.
Yo,
All right,
Biz,
so
you fuck with Mum and Shantz?
Yeah, what about it?
You remember them from the 70s?
I know the record. I think I got the record somewhere.
All right.
It wasn't funky break like it wasn't like
Hey, Biz, can we? Well, since we were talking about the Beastie Boys documentary, we used that in the film or in the show. I don't know if it's in the film. We used the sample of you saying Beastie Boys. The
Beastie Boys. I say that.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's the one.
That one.
Can you tell us the origin of that recording?
Oh, what happened is that recording. This was like in the beginning days when I was hanging with the Beastie Boys, right? And I was at home and they was doing a new album, so I just called out of nowhere and said, "Yo, you gotta hear this." And then I played the Ted Nugent and said, "The Beastie Boys, they all take coming home," right? And then Mike Yauch and Adam Mike Yauch and Adrock wanted me to keep doing it over and over again over the phone. I was in Jersey, remember that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we had you on the phone.
That's great.
On the speakerphone. Mario was there too.
It's a classic.
Mario was there too.
Well, thank you, Biz. We got so many questions to take on this AMA. We don't want to miss them. But thank you so much for joining us.
But that's their fault. They didn't call me in time. I got to call them.
I'll talk to them later about that.
All right, later.
All right, love
Miss
you,
Biz.
Good to see you.
All right.
All right, I got a question for you guys. from DJ VZ, actually, again, our friend DJ VZ. Adam and Mike, if you were players on the 97 Bulls, who would you each be and who would Yauch be?
Well, I'm telling you right now that we were talking about this, and Mike said that I would be fucking BJ Armstrong. And I was like, fuck you, Mike.
BJ Armstrong might be listening to this right now.
I'm sure he's a wonderful person. He's a very good basketball player, clearly. He's a professional.
BJ
He's a good family member.
And if he's open at 3-point line, who are you going to give who's the outlet pass going
Not
to?
BJ Armstrong. Steve Kerr, John Paxson. I don't know.
Okay, so Adam, who
Michael
are you?
Jordan.
Who are you?
Yeah, who are you
in the 97
You can
Bulls?
set the record straight right now, Adam. Who are you?
Oh, Tony Kukoc.
Okay. All right. I'll take it.
I don't know. I guess I don't know. I know like 3 players. So.
Well, you know Michael Jordan. You know him.
Yeah, Scotty.
You know Bill Whittington.
And now Tony Kukoc.
I would have said Dennis Rodman was the 3rd, and then Coach Phil.
Oh yeah.
Adam thinks that I'm Dennis Rodman.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I do.
Definitely.
I do. I'm telling you that Mike is a very good rebounder. It's his specialty.
He's also like kind of on his own wavelength.
Yeah, he's doing his thing.
True.
Yeah.
I got another question. From my name is Anonymous 66. From guys like DJ Zilla and Travis Scott, Licensed to Ill spawned many modern hip hop producers to sample the project. I know current rap affairs aren't your number one point of interest, but have you guys heard any samples that were taken from your projects that stood out to you?
No.
Beastie Boys samples that have stood out to us.
I don't know what the question. Samples of our music.
Any of samples of our music, Adam, of Beastie Boys music that have stood out to you.
Who sampled your songs?
Why is the word project being used?
I know that was confusing. I don't know. Some of the kids say these days.
Adam, you have a lot of projects. You know how it is.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I got this project going right now. I'm trying to think of a time. There's a lot of we don't get sampled that much. Licensed to Ill gets sampled. I'm saying Licensed to Ill gets sampled, but what else?
Probably most of it, but then we do. I mean, Pete Smith. Shout out Pete Smith. I want to say strong pregame decision having the champagne with the chicken parm, and Pete was the one actually. By the way, people who cleared all the music and samples and everything for us for Beastie Boys Story. So thank you, Pete.
Which really quick, I just wanted to say, because Jonah was saying about hard work and stuff, and we have had John Silva as our manager. He's been our manager for 30 years. We would be nowhere. I don't know what the fuck I'd be doing without John Silva, John Cutcliffe, Pete Smith, and Jen Hall. Everybody we've worked with for so many years. And so thank you. I know you're not watching.
I agree.
We also should give shout outs for everyone that helped on this film, because it turned out to be a lot. The play and the film turned out to be a lot of work for a lot of people, including Amanda Adelson, our producer here.
Woo!
Yeah. And Jason Baum, our other producer, and
Jonah
and Allie Goodman.
Yeah, Allie.
Our editors.
Jeff and Zoe for sure. The editing team.
I have someone I want to shout out. My best friend Nadia Dejani.
Oh wait, are we supposed to call Nadia, or did she go to sleep on us? She's like, it's too late.
She's not watching this.
No,
Nadia, if you're watching this, text me. But I know you're not. I forgot to tell you.
Listen.
Oh,
okay.
Sasha Bambaji. Sasha just texted me, Mike.
Oh, okay.
Just throwing his name out there. I know he's not watching this either.
The JC Jerome. Did you hear anything to him?
Jerome Crooks, Alfredo Ortiz, Keyboard Money, Mark Nishida,
Mario C, who came in.
Mario C, yeah.
The clutch player right there.
Mario. I got a nice text from Mario C. Yeah, Mario actually helped us. He ended up helping a little bit on the little bits and
producing
things on the music,
the mix. Yeah,
on the show. So thanks, Mario, for always being there. Appreciate you.
I got a question for you guys from Mixmaster Mom. Outfits are important, but so are hairstyles.
Yeah, I know.
Mixmaster Mom. So our hairstyles. You guys have experimented with lots of cool haircuts, both in wig form and self-grown. So I was wondering, who your hashtag hair goals is? Whose hair do you wish you had?
Ooh. Oh yeah. I mean Noah Baumbach, of course. He's the first person that comes to mind.
A good head of hair.
Noah Baumbach? Do you like
hair.
the long, straight hair?
Can you describe it?
It's just sort of just there. It's just very nice. It looks like he
It is well
shampoos it.
coiffed. Yeah.
Yeah.
Does he and Wes have similar hair?
I don't know. I never noticed his hair, Wes's hair.
He's got nice hair. He's got nice hair, for sure.
Very nice. Okay, people. So we have good friends
like,
in the industry. You guys, it's a big deal.
I'd like to say right now, and listen, I'm not trying to complain because I'm very grateful for a lot of things, but in these times of social distancing, my hair's an effing mess right now. It's really it's lacking shape. It's a damn shame.
I was not blessed with good hair. It's just been a thing. I can't think of a time when I've been like, Mike, nice hair. I don't think I've ever thought that.
No, come on. After I had I got it straightened and it looked like Prince.
When you got the process, that was fantastic.
When I got the process,
I was going through some pictures, and I have a picture of your passport, and you have the John Cooper Clarke.
Yeah, the big afro.
Hey, I got another question. Great. I think you guys answered that question very well. Well done.
You're welcome.
Mr. Guy Incognito, he had a question. I've always regretted not buying the Country Mike album when I came across it at Old Fingerprints in Long Beach. Can you tell us more about it? Did Mike really hit his head and think he was a cowboy? No. Country Mike put out, you guys put out an album called Country Mike, and Mike was going solo, kind of experimenting with his country phase.
Yeah.
Can you
first of all, it is true. I didn't hit my head. I was assaulted, actually. Okay. And yeah, it's true. After being assaulted, I never.
Why is that funny?
No, I was just saying I never was quite the same.
That's true. Adam, you can't deny that.
No, but Country Mike had we were talking earlier about work ethic. Country Mike, one song a night. I mean, yeah. He taught us the work ethic that we know, that Jonah Hill praised.
So for those who don't know, the Country Mike had a song called One Song a Night.
Facts.
Little backstory. Mike, still got the glasses on.
Okay, I got another question, you guys. I got a question from Corla 555.
Hold on, Mike needs a moment. Oh, he's back.
Corla 555. Hello, Mike and Adam. Where did you guys record the monks chanting for the song the song Shambola off Ill Communication? It has been my favorite album of all time since I was 6 years old. 13 now. So he's 13. For the last 7 years, it's been his favorite album. And it changed his life forever. I listen to that album daily, and I've always wondered where that was recorded. If you guys see this, you changed my life, and you're the best group music ever had. Much love from David.
Oh, well, thank you, David. That was very nice of you. And 6 years old, a little bit young maybe to listen to Ill Communication. But you know what? Not a lot of potty talk on Ill Communication, Adam. I think we really kept it clean.
I don't remember. Probably.
Not so much either, but I feel like we did. But in any case, interesting story. So the monks chanting on Ill Communication is actually from a sample. And then when we finished the record, and we really wanted to have it on there, and it was Yauch's idea. And so we had to go clear the sample. And so Yauch talked to the foundation, the people that recorded it. And we got the sample clearance, but that was actually what somehow that inspired Yauch to start Milarepa, which is this nonprofit that was involved with for many years, and that's how we ended up putting on the Tibetan Freedom Concert and all other Tibetan Freedom, like the one in San Francisco and all the other ones. But that is sort of the inspiration of like, I could do this came when he was like, well, we're going to be, instead of just like paying for this sample, why don't we pay like, we'll pay like a little use fee or royalty or whatever, and have that start, have that money go to this nonprofit where we can really do some, hopefully some good with it.
I got another question. Since we're talking about Yauch, Dr. Sleepless asked, what is your favorite Adam Yauch moment in a Beastie Boys song? Do you have a lyric that pops out to you that makes you laugh when you think about, or that you?
Oh yeah.
What are some of your favorite Yauch ones?
Oh, it's on To the Five Boroughs, where Yauch says, "If you're feeling chilly, I'm gonna get you a shawl."
What's he rhyming with?
Just, I have no idea.
Oh yeah, wait, but yeah, what do you shit?
I don't know. It's just always been funny to me.
No one rhymes about shawls for sure.
No. And if you're chilly, I'll get you a shawl. Always funny. Every time. It's just not funny.
I don't know. It's nice to call somebody out as a granny.
Oh, and also on that record where he said, people call them crullers, but they're called crawlers.
Yeah. I'm confused about that lyric, to be honest.
They're actually called crullers.
Yeah, they're called crullers, but who calls them?
I mean, that's what
crawlers?
they're actually called.
Mike, what about you? Mike, what about you? You got any Yauch lyrics that pop out to your head?
I mean, I guess it's like, I'm going to say the obvious. If you hear what I'm hearing, it's a musical masterpiece. I don't know why.
I love that one. Yeah, that was one I really wanted to include in the show, and I always thought like that lyric always just captured Yauch to me so well. The opening of "Pass the Mic," and so I was really excited about trying to put it in there a cappella so you could hear it, and then and it worked really well. I was happy with getting to hear that. I got another question. This is a book we did, by the way. Beastie Boys.
That's not a question.
Spike.
No. It's a photo book of all photos I shot of you guys. So
you're plugging your new book.
Exactly.
Okay.
But while we're at it,
it's okay.
On the back it says, "Think we'll ever meet Stevie," which is also from Pass the Mic. Can you guys? What's the deal with that lyric? Think we'll ever meet Stevie one of these days, D.
Oh, that's for Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five.
Yeah, it's from it's a
Stevie, the intro.
Yeah, it's from a Grandmaster Flash and Furious 5 record, and they're talking about Stevie Wonder.
It's a really nice song, an ode to Stevie Wonder. And in the beginning, he says, "Yo, Flash, you think we're ever gonna meet Stevie? I don't know, man. I don't know." Or does he say someday? I can't remember. It's been a long time. It's been 40
here's
years.
a question. Now, Adam, I've never met Stevie Wonder. Have you?
I stood next to him.
Mm-hmm. I was in close proximity to him once.
That's what I'm saying. You were probably standing next to me.
But Spike, how about you?
Never stood next to him. Nope.
No,
I'd like to.
Met Stevie Wonder.
No, I'm working on it.
I don't know, but maybe I wouldn't. I have so much. Like those Stevie solo albums are like some of the records that I just really hold in the highest, like, play. There's just nothing better. So it'd be scary for me to actually meet Stevie.
I would think he would be one of those people that wouldn't disappoint. He would only.
He'd be super nice.
Yeah, I bet he would be pretty incredible. He seems like a pretty radiant human being.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Amanda.
Or should we ask you a question, Spike?
If you meet Stevie Wonder and he's like, "Is that my fucking Starbucks? Where's my fucking coffee? What the fuck is this?" I don't think it would be like that.
I don't think so.
All right, no. Wait, Spike, I have a real woo banger. I have a question for you.
All right.
Right here.
Let me have, if it's a woo banger.
Yeah. I mean, it's not it's from Prius Lover, as a matter of fact.
Prius Lover?
Yeah.
Wow. I respect that.
All right, Spike, you have a knack for films that lean towards the introspective and conversely lean towards the chaotic. What brings you to intertwine these two themes and moods together?
Well, I guess they're both just different parts of me. Like there's part of me that likes talking about feelings and getting emo with my friends, and other parts of me that thinks it's really funny when Johnny Knoxville gets kicked in the balls. I don't know. It's both things carry great value to me. Great satisfaction.
Okay.
Hey, here's a question. Has Johnny Knoxville or any of the other Jackass guys punched you in the nuts? You know that's a fucking deal breaker for me, right?
I know.
We are no longer friends.
The amount of times
you have to have gotten effed within the Jackass world.
No, I think I have. No, I've definitely gotten I've gotten electrocuted by a cattle prod, or an airbag exploded out of Johnny Knoxville's doorbell when I pushed it and hit me in the head.
Oh, that was funny.
So yeah, that was funny. But Adam
what was
Harvitz,
the absolute worst one? The worst sort of thing of that nature that happened to you? Within.
Well, I don't like cattle. The cattle prod isn't a great feeling.
Yeah, can't be. Yeah.
But wait, just for the record, Adam Horvitz has said so many times to me, Spike, I know you're with the Jackass guys, but if you ever kick me in the nuts, we're not friends anymore.
Hey, footnote, I'm going to bring that shit up every year on the year.
Just to remind me.
Every New Year's morning.
Just to make sure I know. Okay, I won't forget.
But it would be kind of an amazing, I could see in reading an illustrated book, and if there'd be a picture of Adam, an illustration of you looking sad, an illustration
sad.
Spike
I don't
looking
think so.
sad, and it'd be they're not friends anymore because
Mike, if he punches me in the nuts, I'm punching you in the nuts. Just because.
Ooh, there's no justice. No justice.
Ugh.
Wait,
I'm almost out of onion dip, you guys.
Sorry, I'm looking through the questions here.
You guys need help? You know we're being recorded right now.
Yeah. Sorry, I fell asleep. Okay? This is a question from my friend Evan Goldberg, Evan_Goldberg. That is. What is the best New York City deli sandwich?
I mean, you gotta go Katz's, obviously, right? I mean, that's the thing you're supposed to do.
You guys have lyrics about sandwiches, right? Don't you have some sandwich rhymes? Can you think of any sandwich rhymes you guys have?
Not specific, but definitely cold cuts and cheeses.
You rhyme about snacks quite a bit.
A lot of snacks, a lot of food lyrics. Yeah.
Mike, do you have a favorite?
Snacks are essential.
What are some of your favorite Adam Horvitz snack rhymes, Mike?
I'm trying to think. Adam, what was
Do you even know what I say on any of the songs that we put out?
He's not listening
to
those
tune
parts. Out. He's just waiting for his cue.
I'm just waiting to do my thing, Adam. You know that.
I heard
just waiting for my 5 minutes.
I got another question. Louis A. Dog asked 4 minutes ago. He asked if you guys could steal any steal the skills of any MC in hip hop for one day. Whose skills would you want to have?
Oh, Chuck D's voice, no question.
The baritone.
I mean, and lyric writing also.
Anybody? Mike, how about you?
Wait, any
MCs? Any MCs any MC skills? Whose MC skills would you want for the day?
I don't know. I just feel like Big Daddy. I'm gonna say right now, in this moment, this could change, but Big Daddy Kane, setting it off, letting it off, get the just fast, authoritative Big Daddy Kane.
Yeah. Do you have any authoritative rhymes on any of your records, Mike?
No, I'm not. I'm like the Rick Rubin said it very early on. I'm the MC that it sounds like I'm working really hard.
Did he mean it as a compliment?
No, I don't think so, but I think it's worked out well for me.
We all have 8 minutes left. You guys better answer some of these questions really good.
I'll be right back.
We only have 8 minutes, Mike.
Be right back. If he goes and puts on some other stupid pair of glasses, I'd be really mad. Look at Mike's kitchen, though. Wow.
That's a nice kitchen.
He's got a nice
Adam,
kitchen. It's really big.
We'll take this question while we're waiting for Mike to change his glasses. Boys Will Cry asked, hey, Mike, Adam, and Spike, I've been listening to the Beastie Boys since I was a kid. You guys were the first rap group I ever got into, so thank you for introducing me to the world of hip-hop. I'm sure you guys have been asked this a lot, but I was wondering if there are any plans on releasing Hot Sauce Committee Part 1 or any other songs from the vault. Even if you don't reply to this, thank you for your hard work, and stay safe, keep it real. Love from Chicago, from Boys Will Cry in Chicago. So Hot Sauce Committee Part 1 or any other songs that you guys might release?
Well, I was wondering if that was a Cure reference. His
I think
name.
so.
Yeah, I must be.
Probably right.
For sure.
Shout out to the Cure.
Yo, shout out Robert Smith and the Cure. Love y'all.
Shout out Bauhaus for all of them.
Yo, Bauhaus, appreciate you.
I don't remember what the question was now. Shit.
Are you ever going to release Hot Sauce Committee Part 1 or any other songs from the vault?
Here's the thing. Hot Sauce Committee Part 1, we don't know where it is. We lost it. We can't find it. If we find it, then we're going to work on it and try to put it out.
Yeah.
But we do have a lot of other, like, old, I was going to say material. We have a bunch of old music that we might put out one day.
Couple old
So
projects.
there's the answer. Yeah, old projects.
Material, like, what do you mean material? Like skits, like 1 billion acts?
Yeah, it's like 17 hours of just this that we're doing now.
Oh, I'm sure that's gonna. People are. If anyone's even still listening, they're gonna be pre-ordering that. Wait, I don't want.
And it's gonna be Biz snoring on the left speaker and me snoring on the right speaker. Just so you know.
Wait. So I got a question though. You guys, when you recorded that record, you were pretty deep into your career. You were older. You were more experienced. It seems like when you're like 19 is when you lose a record, like a project. You can't find a project. When you're like in your 30s, it seems harder to misplace an entire project.
Yeah. Well, what had happened is we had these hard drives. You know, hard drive is it's called the external hard drive, and it's like a thing that's like that you put the songs on.
Right.
And so we had one for Part 1 and one for Part 2. And at the same time that we were going to finish the record at the mastering place, it's called, when you do the final mix of the thing, we had actually also been working on this documentary that we never put out that was about like boxcar travel in the 1920s. And so
okay, we'll come back to the rest of this answer. Can we just I'll get the rest of the answer from you.
Yeah.
We have
It's only a few minutes, so
but that does make a lot of sense.
You know what I'll do? I'll write it and I'll put it in a book called Beastie Boys Book, available for downloads now.
Okay. I recommend the audiobook. That's very entertaining. What do you think?
Spike, I have a question for you. Who is somebody, Spike, that we should have asked to read for the audiobook that we did not ask to read?
Oh, that's a good. Yeah, well, you guys have a pretty deep list on that.
There's a lot of people, a lot of great actors. You know, Chauncey Riley.
I have a quick question. Hey, I have a quick question for Amanda. Who would she rather have been quarantined with?
Who would you have rather been quarantined with out of the three of us?
Oh, that's a good
No. I mean, anybody else in the world.
Anybody.
Anybody other than you.
No. That's not necessary. Mike. Okay, so Amanda was helping me. Oh, she wants me to ask from Unhappy Little Accident. I will get a tattoo of whatever you guys suggest, no matter how bizarre. He's put it. That's heavy. Well, Unhappy Little Accident. He wants you to say what he should get a tattoo of, no matter how bizarre.
I would not do it. Take the money that you were going to spend on it and donate it to a food bank in your town or somewhere that needs some food or shelter or clothes. How about that? And just get a Sharpie and just fix it every day. That would be what I would suggest.
Well, because then it can keep evolving, changing. Yeah, that sounds better.
You know, my friend Carol Lim has a picture frame on her arm, but she doesn't ever want anyone to draw on it because she was saving the inside of it for something very special, and she won't ever say what it is. But yeah, if anyone ever meets Carol Lim, ask her to see her frame on her arm.
Okay.
Shout out Carol Lim. Shout out Umberto Leon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, so
opening ceremony crew.
Opening sesame crew. Dylan X NB3 asked, Mike, what is your favorite Bob Dylan song? We got 2 minutes left, Mike.
We don't want a story. We just need a song title.
Like Tom Thumb's Blues. I don't know if I'm gonna do. I say that.
Not your favorite.
I do love that song.
You can't pick one. There's a lot of great songs.
He does.
Okay. Okay. Well, we have about 1 minute left, and they're gonna
keep it. I'm gonna go with "Keep It With Mine." Keep It With Mine. It's like on this Biograph compilation because it was like a B-side.
Will you sing it real quick so I can remember how it goes?
The conductor, he's still stuck on the line. Yeah, that's.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Oh, Dylan, yeah.
Well, we're gonna get kicked off. Thank you guys for coming, Mike, Adam. I love you guys.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for watching Reddit and Reddit AMA and YouTube and Apple TV Plus for putting us out there,
putting the show on for the children.
Play.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
let's just be awkward for the next 30 seconds.